Today we have got uno, dos, tres, cuatro Les Pauls, and we're going to be blindfolding me in a room in Cheetham Hill, which...
Where misses.
Exactly. We're going to be blindfolding me, and I'm going to be trying to tell which one is which. We're basically trying to look at, you know, is there a real difference between the lowest price and the highest price? I love Les Pauls, and today I get to play 4 of them, which is pretty awesome. Today what we're doing is we're going to compare a blindfold test of these Les Pauls. So we've got a couple of studios down here. These are your sort of lower price range. We have a traditional on the far right over there, and then we have the standard here, which is sort of top-end Gibson before you get into custom shop territory.
The question is, can you tell the difference?
So this one here, the value of these studios were between £500 and £700 depending on the year when they came out.
This one's a 91.
91 with this one, so this one is worth about 1,200 quid now. They've gone up in value. Same sort of original starting value on this studio here. These are worth about 1,000 now. This is from 2012.
Believe it or not, it is a studio.
Yeah, it's just got a
super posh as it
that.
is.
We'll get a close-up of this grain later. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's got a lovely top on it, gold hardware, and even the inlays. It's got the posh
Yeah.
inlays.
Oh yeah, it's got a trapeze on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then this is a traditional.
Again,
over here.
2012.
And you paid how much for this one, Paul?
I just paid £1,600 used for this.
So, and new, I think we said they were about 15. They were about 1,500.
There or thereabouts.
So, none of these guitars are cheap
By any stretch
by
of the
any stretch,
imagination.
but they are. Some of them are cheap by Gibson's standards.
True.
So I'm looking forward to this. We're going to be blindfolding me, and these guys are going to hand me a guitar. I'm going to have a little tinkle on them. I'm going to try and guess which one's which. And
we're all going to go through the same amp setup, so it's just a Marshall rack amp. We're not using too many of the funky settings on the JMP. It's just basically going to be a clean tone and like a meaty, beefy sort of Gibson tone that you'd like.
Excellent.
Right, guitar number 1.
Guitar number 1.
Have you got a pick?
I have got a pick. God, this is weird.
We're going to take it off the tuner.
Oh. Like it. Let's go for some clean. Let's start with some clean.
Start with clean.
I quite like that. It's got a little bit more treb than I was expecting on the. Got a bit more treb than I was expecting on the neck pickup. That's gnarly for a cleanish sound. The weirdest part of this is playing blindfolded. I don't know where everything is. Let's have some juice.
A bit more gain.
So weird playing blindfolded, man. But okay, I think this is a studio.
You think that's a studio?
I think that's a studio. I don't know which one of the studios it is, but it's a studio. Yeah, I think that's a studio.
That one's guitar number 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Guitar number 2.
Okay.
I'll just. You want to go clean first again? Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as.
It's not as trebly.
It's not as trebly. Although it is on the.
Oh yeah, but originally I put the other one
On the same.
on the,
right. Okay.
neck pickup. That seems a lot more bluesy.
Creamier.
Creamier. I like that. That's got a really nice sound to it. This feels like it's got a bit of a thicker neck.
Okay.
It feels like it's got a thicker neck profile. It feels like it's got a bit more substance to it. I think, let's have some game before I make my mind up.
back off here.
Both played like.
I was surprised the
Pickups are very different.
Pickups sounded
Pickups
different.
are very different in those. I think I preferred the pickups to the second one.
Number 3. You ready?
Yeah.
Guitar number 3 for you.
This feels lighter.
Oh, quite clean tone.
This feels a lot bassier, a lot
I was going to say,
boomier.
there's more low end on that neck pickup.
Yeah.
Also, there's a like sharpness, brightness to it.
Yeah.
That the last one didn't have on that pickup.
Although I have to say, I liked how the last pickup, I liked how the last guitar on the neck was a bit more subtle. This seems to be a little boomier. It seems a little, it's a little bit nicer to play.
What about the neck profile?
It's thinner, I think. I don't know, maybe the last one was slightly thicker, I'm not sure, but
I'm going to give you some gain.
let's have some juice. Ooh, that's nowhere near as sort of in your face as the last one. It's so hard playing without any. I never realised
How much you use your
use
eyes.
your eyes, because I don't actually look at my fretboard when I'm playing.
No.
But I think it's because you can't see everything else, and you can't see like your relationship to where the guitar is. Anyway, the pickups to me sound a little bit more dead in this one. They don't seem to have as much life as the last one. That's what I would go with.
What about the first one in comparison to this one?
Good question.
Would you like the first one back?
Yeah, I think that would help. Yeah, sorry.
That would be interesting.
Oh,
you touched a
it's
knob.
alright, I don't know which ones are which anyway.
Okay.
I think that one's maybe the traditional actually, that I just had. I think.
This was the first one, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes.
I believe it was. So you plug it in. Okay. First one back
This is
again.
the very first one.
Very first.
And this is the one that I said was a studio, right? Pickups are like nowhere near as nice actually. Like
They're quite harsh.
they're really harsh, really trebly actually. In comparison to the one I've just played. Yeah, in comparison to the one I've just played, this almost feels like
They're a little harsher, aren't they?
Yeah. It almost has like more of a metal kind of flavour, whereas the last one.
Just make sure what you know.
I'm not in that position. Yeah. Whereas the last one felt more like a sort of traditional rock, sort of bluesy kind of Les Paul.
Okay, we'll go on to the last one.
Yeah. I still stand behind this as a studio.
Okay.
Rolling. It's on number 4.
So
this is the last one.
this is the last one. Okay, the last one. Give me guitar. Someone come and sit on my lap.
It even feels different to me. And I
Oh,
know what
wow.
I'm looking at. Okay, clean tones.
Where's the? This feels like it's a different shape. This is throwing a spanner in the works. I think this is also a studio, but it feels like, yeah, it does. No, that it does. But I don't think you'd have said that if it wasn't, because I think you're trying to throw me. Can I have some juice? Let me have some juice. Oh, yes! That sounds fucking great.
does sound great. Okay, let me take that one back off.
Oh, that's the best sounding one. That is the best sounding one.
Okay, what I'm going to do, don't take your blindfold off.
I'm not taking my blindfold off. Blindfold staying on.
Have we got another one to get? Yeah, let's just give you another one. We'll go back to another one. Just see if we can confuse you some more. Because for all you know, we could have brought in one that you
please don't
have no idea about. You thought we were only going to do 4. Okay, I'll start you off and clean.
Yeah. You've brought in another one, haven't you?
Got some juice?
Juice, please. That also sounds brilliant. Okay, how many guitars have I actually got to choose from here?
There is only 4.
Okay, there is only
There is
four.
only 4.
So I've played this one before, is what you're telling
You
me?
have played this one.
Okay,
before, yes.
right. I think.
Well, I'm going to take it off you.
Yeah. Oh, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Genuinely.
Okay, so I'm going to hand you another one.
Are these back in the same order?
Not in the same order, no.
Yeah, they are.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was doing the same
In
thing.
original, in the
In
original
order. In original order. Okay.
2 in a row.
Where's the? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Right, you need to make a game time decision here, don't
Game
you?
time decision. Which guitar are you?
Traditional.
Okay.
Traditional. It's got too much oomph
We'll take that one
to
off
be.
you.
Yeah, that's the traditional.
And then it was this one, I believe. Oh, even I can't remember. I'll tell you what. It has surprised me how different they have sounded.
Very much so.
They definitely haven't sounded all the same. Okay.
Gas. Studio.
Okay, but there's 2 studios. Is it the posh one or
Posh.
That's a posh one.
That's posh.
That's a posh one.
That's posh.
Do you think that's a posh sound?
It's got. It just feels a bit posher. It feels like it. Shops at Waitrose.
Funny.
I mean, wow.
This is the right one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, same order. There you go. Cleans out.
But this feels so much more classic rock. The other two feel gainier. They feel like they're more stripped down and raw. This feels like it's a bit more mature in its sound. Have some juice. Yeah, it doesn't have as much oomph. It feels like it's got lower output humbuckers.
Okay.
Standard.
Okay. And there was one more.
Oh, it could be. No, yeah.
Okay, last one.
This is fun, isn't it? This is a good way to spend a Tuesday, isn't it, playing Les Pauls. Oh, hello.
You on clean?
Yeah, this one, okay, yeah.
Juice?
I think I know, yeah. Yeah, this is one that sounded f***ing amazing. Oh, God. Where's my E, Paul? Where's an E? Find me that. that's the bare bones studio. That's the 93.
Okay, it was a 91, but close,
91.
close enough. I think you can take your blindfold off.
The first one was the studio, the Posh Studio.
Posh Studio, that's this one. So you think the first guitar that we gave you was this one?
That one.
Yep.
I think the second guitar was the traditional.
Yep.
I think the third guitar was the standard, and I think the fourth guitar was the not Posh Studio,
Bare bones
the
studio.
working class studio.
Well, shock of shocks, you've managed to get them all right.
Did I get them all right?
No, you haven't.
All the-
I
Did
haven't.
we not?
No, wait, okay, I'm gonna pause it.
I think that was the
So you said the first one was the Posh Les Paul Standard,
Posh, no, the Posh Studio.
Posh Studio, which is correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
You said the second one was...
The traditional.
yeah, sorry, and you said the third one was...
The standard.
Your one, and the fourth one was now... Yeah, no, you got it right, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you
right.
got yours mixed up.
All right. Okay.
It's no surprise, really, that you got this one right, because it is actually
That
your
is my guitar. That is my. But I will be honest. When you first played them in sequence, when I first played them in sequence, I didn't recognise this one straight away. I think I said this was a traditional actually, because I was expecting more. I was expecting a more traditional sound to come out of the humbuckers, and I was surprised when hearing them in order just how different.
There was a difference.
Those
There was
sound.
a distinct difference.
So
So this is the first one that you played.
yeah.
Do you know, it feels a little bit lighter. So the bridge pickup on that one is quite close to the
Really
strings,
close,
so
isn't it?
that is probably increasing the brightness.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did. If you just plug it back in again.
Yeah. Really trebly. For if you were doing leads. Can't even play without a blindfold now.
Plug your one in.
If you're doing leads though, it sounds quite nice. Swapsies.
Swapsies.
Can't get it in all. There we go. Yeah.
It's just slightly smoother sounding. I think it's the distance between the bridge
Yeah.
pickup. I think it just needs a bit of
I
adjustment.
agree. I think these are more traditionally voiced PAS
Yeah.
as opposed to maybe these are more modern.
And there's a
sounding
few
or whatever.
years difference in these two. This one's
Yeah, yeah.
a 2012.
Yeah.
Is it 2012? Yeah.
This is 2018, but
Yeah.
these are based on the 60s ones. So I don't know if that
That's
factors
true.
into it.
And I remember you saying actually on the first one, you thought the neck was fatter
Yeah.
because this is like a 50s profile neck.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a 60s so that is a slimmer. That is a slimmer neck.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that one, I still think it sounded great, but it just, I don't know, maybe it's...
The one that you said sounded the best. Interesting.
Yeah. I knew
Was
when I
actually
said it was going to be that one as
The
well.
cheapest new. So let's plug that one in.
So, when I think we've got to take note of what we're playing through as well here, right? Because like, for me, when it came down to use them on the neck pickup, that one hands down, because we're using a more clean sound. It's when we start switching to the gain, and we're on the gain thing there, that this is monstrous. That sounds
Sounds
huge.
massive. Let's compare it to that with the old gain.
Swap a Paul.
There's a bit of
And
weight
it's so
difference
much heavier as well.
It
It's
is
so much
heavier.
heavier. I was really surprised just how much heavier the studio was than all the others. And I mean,
Well, this one has
you think cheaper, you think
absolutely-
less wood, don't you? But it's not.
This has got absolutely no weight relief in it at all.
It's just a
The
chunk
traditional
of wood.
has what they call traditional weight relief, which is like 3 or 4 holes
Okay.
drilled around here. This one, feeling the weight of it, I think it's modern
Yeah.
weight relief, so it's got 3 or 4
Chambered
holes and
everywhere.
a chamber,
Yeah. This has no weight really.
which also would make it brighter.
Brighter. Yeah,
so
that's
that
very
would
true.
explain, again, with the pickups being closer to the strings
Yeah.
and it having chambers in it, it is going to make it brighter. And this one sounds
Just
super
a
meaty.
chunk of wood,
It's
isn't it?
just a great big slab of wood.
This is like.
Yeah, it hasn't quite got the bite.
I haven't got the bite. This
Yeah.
is what when I was playing them earlier when they were like putting them in sequence. The way I think I described this was this sounds like a traditional Les Paul.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of nasal. everything. Whereas that just sounds like a gnarly metal guitar. And I think that bridge pickup sounds fantastic. And it depends what I was doing. If I was playing really nice, like, you know, syncopated leads and stuff, I'd probably use this. But if I was playing a down and dirty rock rhythm track,
It's got to be this.
that, innit?
Yeah.
That sounds huge.
And this again is a 60s neck, I believe. It's slightly slim, isn't it?
So,
It's slimmer than the traditional and
yeah, feels
yeah,
like the same.
same as
Feels
that.
like the
Yeah, so
same.
it's a 60s neck.
I do love this guitar though.
So I guess the what's the moral of the story really? You don't need to spend
You don't need to spend £2,000.
all the money on the Les Paul. All you're really getting is fancy pieces of bits and bobs and binding on the traditional.
Because really what it is they're all a chunk of mahogany, right, with a neck and some pickups. That's literally what they are. I stand behind if we put the same humbuckers in each one, we get a very similar kind of sound as well, I think.
Yeah.
I think the difference for me, and this is why I got this Les Paul as opposed to an older standard that had the weight relief, is just that heft. I like that heft. And I think these two don't have that same level of heft for me.
Yeah.
But that's great.
This one, interestingly enough, is the only one. That one hasn't got coil taps, has it? This one's got the coil taps. So if you were going to, you know, you're going to be a session musician and you don't want to spend a fortune, you're going to beat on your guitar.
Absolutely.
There's absolutely no reason to not get a studio, especially if you can get one with coil taps.
I think for if you're a gigging musician, you know, do you want flame top that's all nice and pretty that you're gonna get a mark on it and go? Whereas that's just been beaten to hell, but it looks great. You know?
And it sounds great. So the best sounding one is the oldest one, 1991. What was that? 17, 18?
18, I think. Yeah.
2012. That one's a 2012 as well.
I was gonna say if you didn't own that one,
if I didn't own that one,
which one would you choose?
and I had to pick out of these, just listening to them now, I don't think I could not have that one.
Especially with your sort of music.
That's it for me. I would go with this this studio. You know? I mean, I love the sound of mine. I'm totally happy with it. It does everything I needed to do. And to be honest, when I was looking for it, I wasn't looking for a super posh one. I just found that one and fell in love with it. I was actually looking for a studio, and the older the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, what can I say? I mean, this one also, if I'd have seen this online, I don't think I'd have been able to resist it because
that colour is just that colour is beautiful, isn't it?
And with the gold and the cream, and the posh top on it, it just looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it's a studio.
Yeah, it's hard to think that those were in the same price point. If you just look at them straight away, that one looks a lot more basic, and that's one of the reasons I quite like it actually. But yeah, you'd automatically think, oh, that's going to be a few £100 more.
But then if you're gigging and you know they're going to get beaten on the road,
what do you want? Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be replacing something that's worth thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Although this now
ironically
is actually
double
worth
the value.
thousands of pounds.
Double
So
the value, right.
what are you going to do?
Alrighty.
What have we learned? So that's about it.
Absolutely
really, isn't it?
nothing.
Yeah, we haven't learned anything. We like Les Pauls. You can't really tell the difference, although they are all different.
Yeah, excellent.
Till next time.
Till next time. Ciao for now.